Annie, will you call the roll?
Mayor Chesley,
Here?
Vice Mayor Rice. Here. Councilman Albright.
Here.
Town Manager Hicks.
Here.
We have two sets of minutes on the agenda tonight, the town meeting minutes and the December 23rd work session minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Are there any corrections or additions?
I had none.
Hearing none, then all those in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes are approved as presented. Next, we have reports of officers, boards, and committees. Annie, will you read the permits report, please?
Building use and occupancy sign permits issued during the month of December 2013. December 5th, Solar City for Annette Frazier, 4764 Strauss Avenue, roof-mounted solar panels. Robbie Suleiman, 7 Oak Street for a fence. December 6th, Christopher Rickett, 6 Gearing Court for a fence. December 6th, Christopher Rickett, 6 Gearing Court for a shed. December 19th, Solar Energy for David Warfield at 6 Riverwatch Lane for roof-mounted solar panels. December 30th, DeMario Construction Company for PNC Bank, 1 East Poplar Lane, demolition of existing single-family dwelling. There were no use and occupancy permits, no temporary use and occupancy permits, no demolition permits, no grading permits, and no sign permits issued during the month of December.
Thank you, Annie. Are there any questions on the permits report?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was put on there backwards.
Next, then, we'll have the finance report. Ginger?
December 2013 finance report. Beginning cash balance, $58,051.73. Total revenues, $434,380.54. Total expenditures, $500,189.27. Ends with a negative cash balance of $77.57. Total investments, total $1,667,388.75.
Thank you. I assume we're going to be drawing some funds out of our investment accounts then back into the general fund? Okay. Sweep's the wrong word. You said it. Next, we'll have the town manager's report, followed by the code enforcement report. There was no planning commission meeting or economic development commission meeting this month, or last month, so there will be no planning commission report or economic development commission report.
Town Manager's Report, December 2013. Please have your trash curbside by 7:30 a.m. on the day of your scheduled pickup. New members are still needed for the Economic Development Commission, Board of Zoning Appeals, and Ethics Commission. New water lines along Davis Drive, Alton, and Lee Court. The work is complete. Street repairs was completed last month. The paving and remarking of Strauss Avenue took place last month. The town's annual audit is well underway. Public Works has begun the work along the connector trail. The work will hopefully be done this month, weather permitting. Work on the town's website is also well underway. Public Works repaired a water leak along Manley Avenue last month. Boardwalk, all permits have been granted, awaiting status of funding. The Black Box will be receiving funds from the state for renovations to the building. That's the bottom, the lower level, and the upstairs. And last but not least, Potomac Muse Lift Station. The town has applied for a grant to repair / and/or upgrade the facility. Code Enforcement Report, December 2013. The town issued 10 notices of violations during the month of December. 5 trash and debris violations, 1 vehicle violation, 1 property maintenance. You had 2 miscellaneous violations. 1 was for illegal burning and another one was a noise complaint. And last but not least, you had 1 work performed without a permit.
Are there any questions on the manager's reports? Does anyone in the audience have a question on the manager's reports? Seeing none, then we'll move on to Bureau of Fire Prevention report. All right, we'll put that report off until next month. So then next, we'll have Community Affairs.
First, I wanted to clear up a little confusion about Christmas for next year, but I have a flyer I've made up for next year. The Santa Run, which Jeff was going to cover if he was here. The Santa Run through town is done by the Indian Head Volunteer Fire Department, always on December 23rd, regardless of what day it falls on in the week. They start around 6 o'clock, and it covers the entire Indian Head incorporated town limits, except for Knott Subdivision and Strauss Avenue from South Poplar to Hawthorne Road, because that is in the first due area of our second company, which responds to Indian Head, which is Potomac Heights Volunteer Fire Department. They always do their Santa Run the Sunday before Christmas, regardless of what day it falls on, okay? So next year, or actually for this year, it'll be on Tuesday, December 23rd through the town of Indian Head, and Potomac Heights will be running through Potomac Heights and the adjoining areas, and Knott Subdivision and Strauss Avenue from South Poplar to Hawthorne on Sunday, December 21st, and theirs starts around 5 o'clock. So hopefully that clarifies everything, so everybody gets to see Santa on a fire truck. Reminder that the Smoke Signals is a quarterly publication that the town of Indian Head does, and that town residents in the incorporated town and businesses receive a copy either via U.S. mail or email. And if you're not receiving this publication in March, June, September, and December, then please call Annie at the town hall to verify your mailing address or your email address. And it's 743-5511, extension 103, or you can always just drop in and just say hi. We always like people who are friendly that come in and say hi at the town hall. If you're not friendly, we ask you not to come to the town hall. We don't need you. Just keep it home. Okay, for 2014, our next Community Activities Committee meeting will be on Tuesday, January 14th. It'll be here in the Village Green Pavilion. It starts at 7, but maybe 6:30. I don't know what I put on your, does anybody know what I put on your invitation? 6:30, I said, oh no, I said 7:15 dinner will be served, but we can come early if you want to. I'll have it ready. We're having dinner. We will be working on the 2014 calendar of events for the town. Anybody's welcome to come, but it's the membership is going to get underway on that. Reminder that the winter weather advisory that we have for sub-zero temperatures coming up, I know Officer Elliott's going to cover some of that, but just to remind you, if you have any water or sewer emergencies at your home or in your neighborhood after hours, you are to contact 301-743-2222, which is the Sheriff's Office non-emergency number. They will contact the town, which is me, and then we take it from there. So please don't just leave a message on the town hall number at 2 o'clock in the morning and hope that somebody's going to hear it, because we're not going to get that message. The town hall, well, I'm sorry, we won't get it till 8:30 the next morning, so I apologize, not at 2 a.m. But if you call the Sheriff's Office, you will definitely get a response. The Town Hall Public Works and Community Affairs will be closed on Monday, January 20th in observance of Martin Luther King Day. There will be no trash collection on Monday, January 20th. Those areas regularly scheduled for that Monday pickup will resume with their regular scheduled pickup on Thursday, January 23rd. Don't forget to put your trash out by 7:15 a.m. to ensure pickup. Yard waste and recycling pickup remains on Wednesday, January 22nd. And again, on days that we're closed, in case of an emergency, please contact the Sheriff's Office, 301-743-2222, and town personnel will be notified. And as a reminder, water cutoff service for non-payment is not an after-hours emergency. Residents have to contact the town hall during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, to handle those types of emergencies, or not emergencies, issues rather. I think we're going to do the town council's going to recognize our community activities volunteers at the February meeting, but I just wanted to tell everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you did for 2013 to make this town a great place to live and play in. You ladies and gentlemen are totally awesome, and we are very, very blessed to have you in our midst. I think that is it.
Leaf vacuum?
Excuse me?
Leaf vacuum?
Oh, the leaf vacuum,
I was going to give about another week.
another week? Okay. And we do pick up the Christmas trees to the end, every Wednesday through the end of January. We're still, I think we got quite a few just in the last week, so, or actually this, yeah, Wednesday. So yeah, so we're the leaf vacuum, we'll give it about another week and try to get all your leaves up. Please be patient because there's also snow and ice on the ground. And those same guys handle all those things, so. Okay, any other questions?
No, I'd just like to piggyback on your thank you to the Community Activities Committee. And there's a couple of them sitting in the audience, and I think there's a couple more back in the back room. I'd like to give them a big round of applause for an excellent job done again this past year, and the great job they did in December when they had, it seemed like day after day events, certainly week after week events. So
Yes, we do spend a lot of time with it.
thank you all.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think we have anybody here from Charles County Recreation. I understand schools let out early day, so there is no after-school activities. So we'll pick up with them again next month. So next we have community policing.
Good evening, everybody. Had a couple of small things happen in the community. Of course, being the holiday season's going through, we've had an increase in shoplifting, which we've covered pretty well. Also, with the colder weather, some more domestic arguments have been taking place than usual, but that's because everybody's stuck at home, and everybody's okay there. However, we have a weather pattern coming through, and it's a polar vortex. Yeah, essentially is a winter hurricane. So with that weather coming in, it's going to be very, very cold. It's supposed to dip down to 8 degrees, single digits, and then have wind chills getting to the -8s, -11s. So advise everybody, bare skin can freeze. You can get frostbite within minutes of being outside in that kind of weather. The wind is also supposed to pick up, which doesn't help anything. Which brings me to the advisory that I'm going to advise. If you have your cars, it may be advisable to carry a blanket, something extra just in case you get stranded someplace and you'll have something extra to be warm with. Make sure you have cell phone chargers and everything like that in your car so you can charge your phone so you can call for assistance. Obviously, call the sheriff's office. Also, in the morning, when you get up to warm up your car, generally people like to warm up their car and leave their car outside when they're inside nice and warm. Could be an issue if someone sees a running car with the keys in it and wants to take it, and then that'll add to the theft, and we really don't want to have that. So if you can keep an eye on your car when it's warming up, or be in your car when it's warming up, that would help out a lot. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Everybody enjoy the winter season and try to stay warm and covered up. Any questions? Okay, thanks.
A special day for you, Lee.
Thought you was going
It's
to
your
get away, didn't you?
birthday.
All right.
Let's all wish Officer Elliott a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I don't know what, you guys are mistaken. I was born on January 6th, so you guys have to work on your calendar stuff.
It looks like you need to work on your calendar. All right, that brings us to briefings, and tonight we have with us Commissioner Deborah Davis from our district here on the western side, District 2. She's going to bring us a little bit of news and goings-on in the county. Thank you, Deborah.
First, thanks for the invitation. I really appreciate it. And you guys ought to be commended for coming out on a night like this. You really care about your town. Also, I love the stars, the snowflakes. They're pretty nice. I think they really help you know that it's a community. I think it's really neat. I'd like to just give you some information about things that are happening in the county, just small briefings, and then leave some opportunity for you to ask questions, because I really don't know what you really are interested in. As far as the weather, the county has already gone into their emergency program. We've already started identifying warming centers, and Van Gogh are going to start taking people back and forth. So we have warming centers and stuff like that already situated, all the other emergency stuff. And so use the same emergency numbers, but the county has taken precautions for that. All in all, the county's in good shape, you guys. We weathered, no pun intended, we weathered the down economy really well. We were even able to give raises to teachers and sheriffs, deputies, police officers, and even the county staff. So we weathered it well, and maintain our bond rating with the county, in New York, to maintain our bond rating, which is good stuff. So that comes from good planning. That comes from the fact that we planned well to get through it, and hopefully we're getting through it now. And I think that we made some good decisions to get us to that point. All right, let me calm down a minute. Okay. I want to share with you, first of all, thank you for hosting the Western Charles County Business Roundtable. It was held here. It became clear that we needed some special attention to the Western Charles County as far as business development and what we see as our vision for this part of the county. We have an economic development vision for the entire county, but we believed that this part of the county needed some special attention. So we had your leaders, of course, business leaders from throughout the county, especially the Western Charles County Business Association, and we all came together in this room and spoke about what our vision was for this part of the county. And it is going to be a continuing process, so we're working on that now. But right away, when the commissioners went back into session, we right away passed a resolution to send sewer to the airport. We already have water, but we sent sewer to the airport, so that's in the mix. That's already going forward because that's going to be an economic driver for the future. We're also, and contrary to popular belief, we're also looking for businesses to make the tech park their home. That hasn't been shut down. I mean, we've had some changes because our initial agreement fell through due to the economic times. And I would tell you who that was with, but I can't think of it right now. It was, you guys know. But anyway, it fell through. So, but we're looking for people now to lease that. So we're looking for that economic development, that the tech park and the airport, and we're moving forward with that. We recently had a big ribbon cutting at the airport because we're almost, Gil Bowerman is almost finished the last couple of miles of his runway. Okay. So thank you again for doing that. Let's see what else we have here. Charter board, that's important. The commissioners voted a while back to establish a charter board. And we gave them the mission to come back with a charter. So they've been meeting now for months. They will design a charter, write a charter, and then bring it back and start having community meetings, much like this, to take input. And then when they finally finish, they will present a final charter, and the commissioners can't touch it, and it will be on the ballot in November. And that charter is for a county executive form of government. So be aware of that. They're going to make recommendations as far as how many council people they would like, whether they will run in districts, or whether we'll run at large. All those things will be decided, but you will have every opportunity to weigh in. But people are complaining now because the charter board's been meeting now for months and they don't know anything. Well, they've been meeting for months now with other jurisdictions and with experts to draft it. And once they have the draft, they're going to go around the county with the draft and take input and then submit a final one. So that's really important. So that'll be on the ballot in November for your vote on November 4th. If you haven't met our Citizens Liaison Officer, you should. It was one of the first things we did as commissioners was to establish a Citizens Liaison Office. And her name is Scarlett Mower, and whenever I'm out and people ask me questions about, I don't know, trash, or that wouldn't be the case in your case, but whenever they ask me questions, I ask them to give it to Scarlett. Scarlett lets me know how things are going. She goes right to all of our staff people and she works directly with them to get things done. So it has worked really, really well. It allows us to keep an eye on trends. If several people are having the same problem, then she brings it to the commissioners and we deal with it as a board. So it has been a great idea and it's been working really well. If you haven't seen all the transparency stuff, the Facebook, the Twitter, the constant contacts, all that stuff has been, is up and running. And that's something that this Board of Commissioners was really excited about. And then the not town hall meetings, but the open forums, all that stuff is happening so that we can hear from all of you.